Ethan sat in his office, the dim blue glow from his laptop screen reflecting in his empty eyes. In front of him was a collection of photos, messages, and receipts, undeniable proof. Olivia, the woman he had once loved with all his heart, was betraying him in the most blatant way. His suspicions had started months ago. Olivia's business trips had become more frequent, her late nights at work more common. She had excuses, meetings ran late, extra hours to finish a project. She also started spending more time at the gym, a new habit she had never cared about before. It was suspicious, but not enough to accuse her. Then, the other signs appeared. The unfamiliar scent of cologne on her clothes, hotel receipts, hushed phone calls that she abruptly ended when he entered the room. Ethan couldn't ignore it anymore. He had hired a private investigator, and the results had shattered him. On his screen, Olivia was holding hands with Ryan, her business partner, at a seaside resort. Another picture showed them kissing under the sunset, cocktails in hand, eyes filled with passion. And then, the messages, sweet nothings, secret plans, and nights spent together while she had told him she was working late. Ethan took a deep breath. Rage burned in his chest, but he knew he couldn't act impulsively. He had spent 2 months preparing for this moment, ensuring that when he confronted Olivia, there would be no escape for her. He stared at the wedding photo on his desk, an image of a happy Ethan and Olivia, smiling as if they owned the world. But now he knew the truth. That world had crumbled, and he would be the one to end it. The sound of the front door opening pulled Ethan from his thoughts. He sat silently in the living room, a glass of whiskey in hand, listening to Olivia's footsteps echo against the wooden floor. She was back from her important business trip, or at least, that's what she had claimed. "Hey, babe." Olivia's voice was light, breezy, but Ethan caught the difference. There was something in her tone, a looseness, a carelessness. A woman returning from a work conference didn't sound like that. She kicked off her heels, tossed her purse onto a chair, and let out a soft laugh. But when her eyes landed on the dining table, where their wedding photo lay with bold red writing slashed across the glass, her laughter died instantly. Olivia froze. Her eyes widened, and the smile twisted into something unnatural. She glanced quickly at Ethan, who remained still, sipping his whiskey, his gaze sharp and unwavering. What is this?" she whispered, her voice suddenly unsteady. Ethan set his glass down, leaned back in his chair, and folded his arms. "I think you know exactly what it is, Olivia." She opened her mouth, but no words came out. She was thinking, calculating, trying to figure out how much he knew. The silence between them stretched thin, like a thread on the verge of snapping. Olivia bit her lip, her fingers gripping the hem of her blouse as if trying to anchor herself. "Ethan, you're misunderstanding," she finally said, her voice trembling. Ethan laughed, a cold, empty laugh. "Misunderstanding? What exactly am I misunderstanding? The fake business trips? The nights you disappeared? Or the fact that you and Ryan have been sneaking off to luxury hotels while I stayed home, trusting you like a damn fool?" Olivia opened her mouth to protest, but Ethan didn't let her. He picked up his phone, swiping through images. "Can you explain this? You and Ryan, holding hands. You two, kissing under the sunset. And this," he scrolled to the messages filled with flirtation, love, and lies. "This is what you were texting him while telling me you were working late." Olivia's face drained of color. She took a step back, but Ethan's gaze never wavered. "Ethan, I'm sorry," she whispered. "No, Olivia," Ethan cut her off. "You're not sorry you did it. You're just sorry you got caught." Olivia dropped to her knees, tears spilling down her cheeks. "Ethan, please, don't do this. We can work through this. It was just a mistake." Ethan let out a dry chuckle. "A mistake? A mistake happens once. But months of lying, cheating, and sneaking around? That's not a mistake, that's a choice. And you made yours." She reached for his hand, but he pulled away. "We're done, Olivia. The divorce papers will be on your desk soon. And, by the way, Ryan's wife knows everything too." She wasn't happy to find out. Olivia's face went pale. You told her?" "Of course. She deserves to know her husband is a liar and a cheat." Ethan pulled out a thick folder and placed it on the table. "And here, this is all the evidence of you and Ryan's affair. If you try to fight me in court, or if you make this divorce difficult, I'll send this straight to your company's HR department. Let's see how they handle 2 senior executives sleeping together on business trips." Olivia clutched her head, staring at the folder in horror. You can't do this." "I can, and I will, unless you sign the papers and walk away quietly." Her hands trembled as she reached for the folder. Ethan, I made a mistake. Ethan didn't care anymore. He had wasted too many years on someone who wasn't worth it. Goodbye, Olivia. Pack your things and leave by the weekend. This house isn't yours anymore. He walked out, leaving behind the sound of her sobs. But this time, he felt no pain, only freedom. As he drove to his hotel, a message from Ryan's wife popped up on his phone. Thank you for telling me the truth. We both deserve better. Ethan smiled. She was right. This wasn't the end. This was a new beginning.